Weird, that was turned off. Hopefully that fixed it. Call my phone. I would have Mia do it, but she's asleep. How the hell do I misplace a phone? And this is why I have you as the crash theme, because... And if you want to guess what a theme, it was Warped, if you didn't hear it. You always say it's your favorite game, so why not make it your theme? So why not make it your ringtone? Okay. Wait a minute, I'm messing with shit. Okay, again, let me repeat this, because apparently my audio is off, and we might have to have that game conversation again, because my mic audio is off, apparently, and it's been off since I moved, but... Okay, so first off, sorry, No Cars Party has gone up, kind of on a hiatus, even though I have everything clicked up to record. It's just the place I live in doesn't seem like the right place to record right now. Second off, shit. What was the second thing I said? Oh, Xbox. So, if you guys want to add me on Xbox, certain games, mainly Xbox exclusives, will be played on there. I also need to see if something's cross-platform, PC-wise, to Xbox. I'll have to look that up later. Is Mr. Cinder 15? Cinder Plays was already taken, because that was my original account, and it's been hacked, and I can't retrieve it, so... phone number's been changed on it, email's been changed on it, and I've answered everything to the best of my ability, and Microsoft is like, yeah, we don't have enough information to give it back to you. So whoever hacked my account has taken... The good thing about that, though, is my card was never connected to that account. And my card was never connected to Mia's account if that has also been hacked, which we haven't checked. So, I didn't want to connect things to that Xbox straight off the bat because I wasn't sure how long I was going to have it. So, I'm sorry that there was no audio last video. I don't know what happened there. Don't know why it happened. And I guess, you actually have to play... So, we played August, if I remember correctly, and I still haven't got my nil. So I'm wondering if it's based on a week in August. I don't know. But...
Come experience the excitement of the ancient art of rich
Prime?
people trying to be faster than each other. It's premier horse racing at the Inside Track.
I don't know. So the first thing, we'll get into the game discussion later, but so for the first discussion, I'm going to bring up something. I want to say it's work related, but it's 50-50 to be honest. I'm going to put this back. If you want to meet me at the office, or you can come with me to the office. So, this happened a lot when I worked at Walmart, and when I started at Walmart, I was a electronics associate. And I'm just gonna straight up say Walmart because I don't work there anymore. I don't care if they refuse to hire me because of all the shit I've talked about them on YouTube. I don't give a shit. Because Walmart needs to get shit straight. But I was out of a relationship at this time and so forth. I also live by the rule, don't shit where you eat. Or don't eat where you shit. I broke that rule once, and I'll get into that story later. But I believe I was outside on my break or lunch this day, and the card pushers were talking about, oh, all the cashiers are easy, and now I'm a guard, and where I was guarding, I've noticed that it's not just I feel like it's everywhere where people just try to fuck whoever they work with. And as a guard, I mean, I'm happily engaged. Just gonna straight up say that right now. And, I don't know, you worked Walmart and you are a, hardware, you work in hardware, retail now. I'm not sure if you've noticed it or have heard it around where you work. But I've noticed it's very, I just don't understand why people do it. I mean, yes, I decided to hook up with, or tried to hook up. I tried to hook up with someone I worked with, and I'm not going to get into details of that. That was just a waste of my fucking time. But I've never understood the fact of people being like, oh, yeah, go fuck this cashier, she's easy to fuck, or fuck this chick, it's really easy to get in her pants. I went downstairs because of how I pick my vehicles now. Yes. Well, let's do the way I want to pick vehicles now. I'll call it my mechanic.
You're through to your garage. You, need me to bring you a ride?
One through 16.
I'll bring it to you.
And
how you doing?
what about your time at Walmart? There's a reason I have this vehicle. It's for the Reno workshop, and I just don't have the money for it yet. But I was gonna let you take control for this session about what we should do before we go do my stuff. And I mean, you're a happily married man, but I just don't understand what it is with. Because Walmart I kind of understand, but I mean, as a security guard, you can't really do it because the most you're going to have on your team is another guard. But 90% of the time, it's one guard and you switch out. But I never understood Walmart and the place that I cover now, that I guard for. These are older men flirting with high school students. I just don't get it. I never will. And, I mean, I'm going to say it. I mean, first off, I'm going to ask you if you know. Do you know what the legal age of consent is in New Mexico? Yes. In New Mexico, offhand, it's 17. And I mean, it's everyone says it should be 18, and it's looked down upon if, because I mean, and well, let's say, oh, I'm trying to think of a good idea or a good option to pick to use as an example. Need that banana pudding later. But I guess the best example I have here is let's just say the legal age of consent here is 16, and you're dating someone in a different state, and the legal age of consent, or okay, the guy that you're dating is 19, legal age of consent here is 16, so the female's 16 or the guy's 16, whatever, it doesn't matter. One of the two is 16. You guys decide to go on a trip to California. Legal age of consent in California is 18. I might be wrong about that. I think that one's like, it might be 18. If someone catches you, once you cross that border and you decide to have sex, it's technically considered rape. And it's the same thing. If you go out in Colorado and decide to smoke weed and come back here, you have contraband in your system. And you'd expect places to have a border for things like that, but I mean, other than Mia being the one I spent the most money on, the girl I tried to hook up with at Walmart got a pretty sweet deal, and it led nowhere. So we're gonna set up your heist. Ah, I forgot you had that. But I was expecting the trip to Arizona to, sweeten the deal with me, but apparently it didn't. I mean, come on, if someone took you to Arizona, wouldn't you think about, like, wow, we're not even dating, and they took me out of town? I mean, I feel like that's, kind of says a lot. I forgot everything you just said, or if you did say anything, I didn't catch any of it. Okay. But, okay, go on. I'm just saying, to me that feels like it would be... Whole reason why it didn't work out is because the person is afraid to get hurt. Friends, relationship, family. Work. Someone online. It's like, that's the worst way to look at it, because no matter what type of relationship, or whatever type of ship it is, or just anything in general, you're going to get hurt. I mean, yeah, don't take what people say to you at work personally, but mainly it's friendships, families, and relationships, I think, is what the main reason was. But I've been hurt too many times, so I don't want to be hurt again. It doesn't... And when I said I gave up, she got hurt. Yeah, sadly, that's true. Now, I'm not sure if you remember the game subject. Sequels. Sequels. Sequels in games that are in a series that say, hey, you don't need to play the other games to understand this game. And I read a review. I'm not going to try to find that review again. But technically the review said, oh, that apparently there's 18 other games in this series. I don't know what's going on in this game. People told me that I could play without playing the other games. It was more him complaining that people told him this, and he's one of those people that wanted to play the other games before he played that game, and you can't get all of them here in America. And I mean, there's sequels that are direct sequels. Like, and I mean, I don't disagree. And I mean, I enjoy both sides of the coin as well. And I mean, Like, for example, when Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out for the Switch, I was like, man, I really hope the first one comes out for it. And they did it. Now, you have Bravely Second, which I thought was the second game. Apparently it's a middle point, because there's a Bravely Default 2 coming out for the Switch. Are we going to see the first one getting a re-release? Are they going to do a combo pack? There is Bravely Default 2 coming out for the Switch. And don't get me wrong, I'd like to see Bravely Default and Bravely Second, whatever the hell. I don't know if they're the same game or if they're different. I never played the second one because I was still playing the first one, and I'm still playing the first one. I would like to see them hit the Switch as a bundle pack, but not everything can go to the Switch. I mean, if they did it as a bundle pack, I think I see it working that way as a Switch game, but not as separate releases. And I mean, the key point is, and I mean, I'm a guy, and I also brought up reviews in this. I bought 2 games off reviews, which was Fantasy Life and Persona Q. And if I remember correctly, Fantasy Life was the JRPG it was fun, but it wasn't my cup of tea. I mean, you and I played together, we had fun. I believe we did play, and that was fun. Persona Q. I mean, don't get me wrong, Persona has a lot of great other games, and you can play any game. Now there is a timeline that works. There is a legitimate timeline for it, but you don't have to play the other Personas to understand Persona. Now, if you're gonna go out and buy Persona 5, Silver's the man to talk to about that, and probably Royal is the one that you want to go with. Unless you're a trophy hunter, then get both. I mean, my thing is JRPGs. I love JRPGs. I mean, now, if we're going to talk about favorite franchises, I'm not going to lie. I haven't done it yet. But let me just give you a quick example. Silent Hill 1 to my knowledge, only has a physical PlayStation 1 release. I own that. I own 2 copies of Silent Hill 2. One's the HD collection on the PS3, which holds 2 and 3, and I own original copies of 2 and 3. Yes, I would like to go find a greatest hits copy of the PlayStation 2 version because that has a certain extended piece that originally came out on the original release for the Xbox. I do have an Xbox, and I am planning to find a copy of Silent Hill 2 for the Xbox. I'm also going to buy the HD collection for the 360, and I believe 4 also got an Xbox release, but I own my original copy of 4. I own the 2 copies of Origins, one for the Switch, one for the PSP, and one for the PS2. I also own 2 copies of Shattered Memories, soon to be 3, because I bought a Wii because my cat's fucking destroyed. Yes, I'm looking at you, Azula, because I know it was you, or Socks, whatever the fuck you are. Destroyed my sensor bar for the Wii U, which you don't need unless you're gonna play Wii games. If I'm right. Most of them use a controller. Yeah, because mostly everything's through the tablet. Because it's backwards compatible to the Wii. If I needed to get another one, I'm pretty sure the normal Wii one will connect to it, so it doesn't matter. Yes, I own a normal Wii because Mia really wanted a Wii. So I will be buying Shattered Memories for the Wii. Brandon modded his Wii U. I still need to mod the Fat PS2. We're gonna soft mod it and put a hard drive in it and put games that are highly expensive on it. I mean, if you want, I have like 1,500 cables. I mean, I have like 30 cables that fit into an N64, a GameCube, and anything else that uses that same type of cable. I mean, that's exaggeration, but I mean, I have like 5 PlayStation cables that power it on, and like 5 AV jacks that work for the PS2. It's one of those things. But besides that, like I said, I will be buying Silent Hill 5 and 6, Homecoming Downpour, if I need to specify, for the 360. Same with the HD collection. But that's only because I'm a diehard Silent Hill fan, and I will own multiple copies of this fucking game. Morrowind's only on the Xbox. Probably Skyrim. I mean, because I own Morrowind. Yeah, Morrowind's Xbox, unless it got a PC release, but I don't know. I know it didn't get a PS2 release, but yeah, there's people that own like 50 copies of fucking Skyrim. PS4, PS3, PC, Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One. I don't even know who that was. It might have been someone you know, but I don't remember a person. Yeah, then I'm pretty sure. Then I was pretty sure it was definitely Skyrim. The ones that you could get copies of multiple times. So, what did you buy supplies for? Just out of curiosity. You want to do crates, your cars, your hangar. I know you're at 30 something, 31, I believe. Or the max is 40. I mean, yeah, you could do it the way that they told you to. I'm just going to fill it up to 40 and just sell the high-end ones. You still have a smugglers. You still have smugglers. Nightclub is technically, it does itself. I mean, you could do crates. You have to hire me first.
Hey, hear what she said?
And, do you want to take the slam van, or do you want to order up your own vehicle? I mean, this is going to be an Arena War vehicle. Once it's Arena War out, it won't be in the Arena War workshop anymore. Because I need to do the bubblegum version of this. It's the only reason why the license plate hasn't changed on this vehicle. Or modifications have happened to it. Technically I think that's everything. Do you have any interesting topics? Oh, yes. By the way, I am gaming in a GT racer. And I love it.
There's the boss.
My back doesn't hurt because I have a nice little cushion to keep my back good, cushion for my head. I get to recline it to a point where I feel comfortable gaming. Or if I ever want to sleep, I can recline it. Well, no, I can recline it all the way back if I just feel like sleeping in the chair. Or, as some people call it, the fuck my life. The rage quit moment. And I believe you just did a normal computer chair, correct? Let's see. And I think I know how the bottom works. I think I do. Where the fuck's the manual? Oh, I think I need to turn it the other way. Yeah. Just trying to make sure my seat doesn't tilt back as much. Is this one of the special ones, or is it a normal one? Okay. I don't know if you can take me into your garage with you. I'll just exit the garage and see what you bring me. Now, if you ever did buy one of these, there is a color combination that would work for you, which is just black and gray. I mean, I see a lot of gamers use these. Well, YouTubers anyways. I don't think it really matters. I want GT. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Is GX? You might be right, because I remember something with an X, and I thought it was... Because I typed it in, but the first chair it gave me... Yeah, because I think... I don't know. This might be... I think... I mean... The DX racers have the same... I had to see... Because... I'll look up someone on YouTube and see... Because I don't think it's a DX. I think it's a GT racer that they have. Because I was looking at those. Yeah, sure. I'll look it up after this. Or after I get in. Yeah. So there is DX Racers. I mean, yeah, it might be the one that's most popular, but all the ones I've seen in like the YouTubers I've watched have been the GT racers. So how far is it? I wonder if they're gonna do so. Let's bring this idea up. GTA 5, PS5. Do you think they're gonna do what they used to do for the PS3? Where you can move your account over to that copy, or is it just gonna be? Because eventually they're gonna stop putting updates in this game, and uh, and people wonder why people hate Xbox. That's true. I mean, since it's just like, let's make a gaming console, just see how it goes. Okay, so I'm not sure, and I don't know if you're ever gonna get a one, but there's a new survival game that came out, and I bought it on the Xbox because I have an Xbox, and this is the reason I bought an Xbox, or this is the main reason I wanted another Xbox One. It's called Grounded. It's technically Honey, I Shrunk the Kids survival. It's a $30 game. Now, Grounded. And this is something I would like to do. Technically, it'd be recorded episodes, or I'll mess with streaming it through Elgato eventually. You can actually purchase this game PC silver, and both of us can play together. It's technically Honey, I Shrunk the Kids survival. Now I just need to know, how bad is your arachnophobia? Okay, then are you okay with an orange ball attacking your face? For people that have really bad arachnophobia, there's something called arachnophobia mode, where it turns all the spiders into orange balls. Unless you're okay dealing with orb weavers, black widows, bound recluses. And we're talking like... Yeah. Oh. Okay. And, as I speak about this, it caught my attention because I was like, oh, this looks like a really cool game. Running a game former. And I saw that it was Xbox One and PC. And I was like, well, I don't have a PC powerful enough to run these types of games. So, I'm going to look for an Xbox One. And don't get me wrong, I like Halo, I like Gears. I mean, if I buy a game for the Xbox One that isn't exclusive, I mean, that's one of those things where, okay, original Xbox, I own Simpsons Hit and Run, Sims 2, and I believe Ty is an Xbox exclusive, if I remember correctly. And then the 360, I own Skylanders. If I buy a game for like an older Xbox comes, newer Xbox is going to be very limited down to Forza, Gears, Halo, and any other exclusive, Recore, and any other exclusive that may have my attention, like Ori and the Blind Forest. It's because I don't know if the new Ori is exclusive. Yeah. Ori, the Will of the Wisps. I mean, you could buy a lot of Xbox games on Steam, though. And that's why when I get an argument about Xbox, and people go, well, Xbox is better. My argument is all, what exclusives do you have? Halo, PC. Forza, PC. Gears, PC. The way you have to look, but I mean, I'm also looking at it this way. Me, who doesn't have an amazing gaming PC, or the room for a gaming PC, and I think that's why they do it as a side business. I mean, I'm going to say this. My home, my baby, and I did not start on a PlayStation. The PlayStation kind of became my home at the PS2 days. My very first console I've ever played on was a Sega Genesis. Sega's technically dead. But my baby is the Nintendo 64. My first handheld was actually a normal Game Boy Color. No, the original Game Boy. Don't know what happened to that. Don't know what happened to the fucking color. I didn't get back into handhelds until I wanted a PSP back in the day. Sorry, I was. And I wanted a PSP when I had a PS2. And the reason I wanted a PSP is because I saw Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and I was really into the Kingdom Hearts series at that time.
What the fuck, dude?
I mean, you can always get it hacked. I mean, Brandon hacked mine. That's how I'm able to play games that you can't access the online on a PSP anymore, which is really weird, but okay. But I got my PSP and my Vita for $200. Because if I wanted to like record original Pokemon, Brandon could put it on the memory card for the PSP, and I could play blue, red, yellow, even the GBA games on the PSP. Thank fucking God. No, because there's 3DS games I want to do, and I don't know if I want to send Yoshi in or just go buy another XL. Is it normal or XL? I have an original. I have a black original that I have to get back from Brandon. Mia said I could turn that into the recording one, because she uses Yoshi. Well, no, I was going to buy another XL, if they had XL. Now, is this the same guy that if it breaks you can send it back to him and he'll give it to you and repair it? Or is this the company? Okay. Okay. Yeah. I get it. Yeah.
Yo, what up?
That doesn't bother me.
Anything you need, boss.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just have to get it back from Brandon and send it in. I may have to buy a charger for it, but that's about it. Because there's a handful of 3DS games I'd like to do.
I've got an MBA.
Makes sense. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'd like to do Pokemon games, but I would like to do a randomized one. Nuzlocke. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what people have used for it. I keep on looking at your car, like trying to remember what this is. And every time I see Italian GTB, I'm like, mine doesn't look like this. Yeah. I forgot what the original version of this car looked like. And you bought the digital because your PS4 was acting weird with your copy of GTA, right? Hmm. Yeah, Kay keeps on going, I need to get on your PS4 so I can use Shadowkeep. I'm like, brah, I'm not primary on the PS4 that's here. I'm primary on the one Mia uses. Because he wants Devil's Run. And he can't get it from the Cryptarch because apparently you have to have Shadowkeep to get it from the Cryptarch. But he's able to access the seasons without Shadowkeep, which makes no sense. Oh. we'll see how Beyond Light goes, and we get that decision. They pushed it back to November.
I'll do later and show you. Don't be giving me that shit. I mean, you know she's just my baby mama. Come on, baby.
And that's so you could have like this really good armor and make it look like the Warmind armor, is what they're saying. Interesting. And Kay is all, oh hey, there's new Iron Banner armor I looked at. I was like, no, I had this. I got this when it originally came out. It's the Will of something. It's the one, it's the night looking art. It's not the season 3 ornaments, it's the armor that came out that looked like a knight armor. And the Titan had the tree on the front of it. On the face. And that also bothers me a lot right now, is that, you know, yeah, because people were, because they did it for, because season 1 was that. Season 2, yeah, and season 3 ornament, and I worked for season 3's ornament, because that shit was like Dark Souls. Season 4, I believe, was a new set. Season 5 and 6 had new sets. Yes, and it was silver. It had silver tint for like the horns and stuff. Which I didn't have a problem with. And then they rehashed, and then they brought it out again because people were upset that they didn't get it during, that they didn't have time to get it. Because they went back to the season 2, no. I think it was, because it was supposed to be the second set. Whatever that was. The actual second set of armor. And people got upset. Yeah. And people got upset. It was one season that they went back to that armor, and that's why I didn't play Iron Banner, because I was like... And that's why I stopped playing Iron Banner, because it wasn't new armor anymore. I don't know. And what also bothers me is every other exotic. If you started it, you're able to finish it no matter what season it is. The only exotic they did not do that for is this season's exotic. Which is the fusion rifle. Yeah. And you don't know how much that pisses me off. It's the only reason why I started playing again. No, you're gonna have to call up. Okay. Did you purchase the free package one? Oh, okay. I'll deliver this one. One through 16.
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring them round.
I had to jump down because it was lower. One through 3.
It's on the way.
Why do you always have to put it? Wait. No, he actually put it on the level that I'm on. Thank fucking God. So you're gonna stock your stuff to do one big giant sell, or are you gonna wait till something rolls around where it gives you more? I mean, if you did sell everything in one big sell, it wouldn't be a bad thing. There's certain things that you shouldn't do with only 2 people, though. Especially like Ron's, man. And it's one more, right? I'll catch a ride with you. You already shot it down there, right? But I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm pretty sure your computer chair is comfy. the matter thing, my thing is when you, and I'm not saying that everyone needs to go out and buy the chair that I'm using. I bought it because I wanted something that I would enjoy sitting in. I also wanted, and I mean, yeah, I could still use the fucking shitty blue chair that I've been using. Oh, there's 4 options. Was strip the entire couch, refabricate, rebuild it from scratch. Me and I said, no, let's not do that. Because it's going to be the same amount as just buying a chair. Second off was, well, we should give it to Kit. She said no. Now, the 2 options are either put it back in my dad's house and let him keep it and let him decide what he wants to do with it, or throw it out. We haven't decided on what to do. So I was like, you know what? I don't mind playing on the bed, but if I move into a house, I want something that I could feel comfortable working in. And I was like, you know what? I've seen people buy these GTR Racer. I thought they were called Racer X because I'm seeing it in a YouTube video. I'm not seeing like the name brand or anything. So I'm glad I went with a GR Racer because they are literally like mine was 170, 160, and that's with a sale. That's with the sale going on. That's with 12% off. Or when I was looking at the DX Racers, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not spending $400 on the goddamn chair. So, if you do plan on getting a new chair, you can go with the GR. Yeah, GT, my bad. Yeah, GT. Now, depending on the design that you want to go with, I was looking at them. There's a Pro. I mean, depending on the type you get, the price does go up. The second cheapest was like, what I'm using is a GT Racer Pro, which is the one most YouTubers buy. Now, if you want to be really fancy, there's one with little things that come out of the side of the head area, which gives you Bluetooth speakers. And that's a little more. That was like 170. And I mean, Mia wants one with Bluetooth. Because she's going to start doing her own YouTube thing, and she wants that chair. Cosplay gamer, it's a mixture channel. Like, there's gonna be times where she's gonna cosplay the character of the game she's playing, or she's gonna talk about cosplay, or she's gonna dress up as a character and do a react. She has a whole bunch of different ideas that she wants to do for it. But she wants to get a chair like mine with speakers so when she's editing, she can listen to music. It depends. I mean, my edits are simple. I just toss the fucking title screen in the beginning. I mean, this is Mia. I'm not gonna question it. I'm just gonna let her do her. I mean, there's the people that listen to the audio while they're recording. Yeah, I mean, I have this nice Blue Yeti. Kay and his wife fight every now and then. And I don't need my Blue Yeti picking that up. And that's why I'm on a hiatus of recording right now. And November 6th of 2020 is my 5-year anniversary. I don't know how I feel about this. Have I enjoyed what I've done? Absolutely. Is there projects that I started that I didn't put up and deleted that and because I felt like I was forcing myself to play it? Yes. And that was one project. God, yeah. I forgot you ordered up a chopper. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, now, hear me out here. And this is I mean, it's a lot of work, but you could just turn this channel that you have right now into just compilations and delete all the Let's Plays that you started and never finished. And that's why I'm saying it's a lot of work, because you have to delete all those videos. And I think there is a mass delete. And I mean, you could do it that way and set it off that way. I wanted to throw one into the pool because I can. And like, there's some people that do everything on one channel. There's the people that have multiple channels. And I mean, I don't think you're gonna go back to, playing a game and recording it and putting it up. But if you decide to do that again, you can also have a channel separate to that. And I mean, you can have a specific channel that focuses on Pokemon. Also, the PokeTuber community has just kind of gone to shit. I'm just, I mean, I don't want to get criticized and be like, oh yeah, you support him because I can't believe you support this tuber because of accusations that came out. And as a thing, accusations. If you're going to try to defend yourself with these accusations, then people go, okay, yeah, he's only defending himself because it's true and he doesn't want to be looked down upon. I mean, I haven't watched the defend video, so I don't know if there's proof or not. And there's people that have been accused and they don't say a thing. And people go, okay, well, someone's just. And usually, they don't say a thing because it's like. Then, I mean, yeah, people will stop watching them eventually, but then people realize, oh, wait. This other person has no other proof. Because the one I'm talking about, a guy says this and this is what has happened, and there's no chat proof between the two. One just came out, typed it up, and said this is what happened. And I think it was Tobias. And his channel, well, that's one I know of. His channel went downhill because supposedly he raped the girl he was with or something. I don't know the story, but I was watching YouTubers that disappeared for reasons, and it's why I'm very cautious on what I say and what I do to a point. And I don't go, and when I bring up something, I don't I don't go into full detail unless it's something I'm joking about, like how to hide a body. Literally, I took that information literally from Breaking Bad. And I literally think it's like the second video I stopped trying to do fucking warnings because in this day and age, it doesn't matter. I can put fucking warnings up on all of the fucking videos. Someone's still gonna fucking watch me and lie about their goddamn age. And then parents get mad. I mean, I lied about my age to get into the Silent Hill website. But as a kid, and I mean, I'm just gonna stay on the roof. My parents bought me GTA San Andreas. Grandma fucking hates. My grandmother hated this game. She took me. I had to take it back to GameStop and pick a different game. My mom was pissed because she pre-ordered the game, the guide, and everything. I took the game back and got Ratchet and Clank up your arsenal because my grandma doesn't like GTA because it's something that you shouldn't play. My parents bought me rated M games, and they said they literally said, "We know you're smart enough not to do any of this shit in real life." Yeah, I didn't do anything illegal. And then you get the whole contribution that, oh, video games is why this happened. Video games is why this happened. Oh, they're listening to this person that did music, so they're the reason why they did this. And it's just like, and a lot of these things happen because no one talks to them and asks what's wrong. I mean, I don't want to. It doesn't mean you're. They've. I mean, I don't. I watch. What's his name? He's a fat guy, does documentaries. I think so. I believe so. No, not him. He's a big filmmaker. He's like a hardcore American. No, this is because this, maybe I'm thinking of someone else, but someone, no, I think this is someone else. Well, okay, so someone did something called Bowling for Columbine, which is about the whole Columbine shooting. And he went around interviewing, and they go, oh, the talk about it was like, oh, this is Manson's fault. Marilyn Manson's fault. Why they did this, because they listened to him. And what happened is they contacted him. He got a meeting with him And, you know, he sat there with Brian Hughes Warner, which is Manson's real name. And they had the, he's like, so they're blaming you for what happened in Columbine. And the director of this was Michael Moore. I might be thinking of someone else for this. I don't want to grab it and get shot again. But I will grab that one and at least go out a bit further. And when he, because I only saw that part of the interview because it was on YouTube, because I wanted to know more about Manson, because I was doing a pinpoint on him, and he's all, how does a car instantly kill me? Never mind. The first time that GTA actually makes logic. And he's all, what would you done? And I don't know. And I mean, yeah, Manson has a point, but it's also, it doesn't mean it's gonna work. And Manson said, I would have talked to them. I think, or he's like, no, he said, I wouldn't have talked, I would have listened. Because a lot of times when you ask them what's wrong, you don't listen. Or you hear the things that you want to hear, and you tell them, oh, don't do that, that's a bad idea. But you're not telling them, you're not listening to the whole situation. You're just listening to the part that, you know, like, when someone says, oh, I'm going to commit suicide, you go, oh, don't do that. Or I'm going to do this. And the first reaction is, don't do that. That doesn't mean they're going to stop. The thing is, if you want them to stop, find out why. Listen. But even though it doesn't stop them, they actually might stop because you took the time to sit there and listen to their problems. And that maybe that's all they want. And I mean, I know this is a depressing topic, but it's, and I mean, before, I mean, I don't know how many people watch my videos. I don't know how many people that have subscribed to me actually enjoy my content, or how many people are just supporting me because they want to support me. I appreciate every single one of them. Like Zora Art Gamer, he gave me his friend code. And he watches our GTA videos. He plays on PC. He gave me his Switch code. I added him to my Switch. Because, don't get me wrong, yeah, I'd love to become fucking popular. But sometimes those YouTubers that started off, that wanted to be, oh, I want to be that YouTuber that wants to stay connected to my fans. Once they become popular, sometimes they lose that connection. And I mean, yes, Slick is someone that we personally know, but I still treat him like a subscriber. I have a conversation with him. And I mean, even though he's a friend, I appreciate that he tries to watch the ones that he could join. I appreciate it, I do. And, you know, and to me, when he joins, I'm happy because someone's there watching my content. I mean, yeah, he enjoys the content because it's funny, but it's like every time a new video went up when you were doing Let's Plays, I watched it. I mean, yeah, I did it because you're my friend, but the things that I've watched, like the Legos, I was enjoying that because I don't play the Lego games. And when you decided to stop doing it and no more came up, I was like, man, I really wanted to see where it was going because I was enjoying that. Yeah. And that's why, I mean, I would love you to do a whole new channel for Let's Plays. And I mean, what you could do is focus on one. Like, an example, and I'm gonna follow this person's example. Chuck Conroy. He does a video, he does a bonus video if there's anything that he couldn't bring up. But it's also a game he's already played, so he has notes and things to bring up so other people know about. So he did Pokemon Dungeon DX when he originally was going to do Blue. DX was announced when he originally wrote the paper to go over Blue. So he's taken what he knows from the original game and applied it to that. And the last dungeons he's never done, because in Blue he got to a certain point and thought that's where it ended. And then he takes a long break, writes up the next paper over time, and then bulk records multiple episodes and then uploads them either daily or on a certain day. And like you could, pick a game that you've done. For example, let's toss Sword out there. And let's say you go out and pick up Shield. And you're willing to pay the $30 for the DLC content. Just to go over it. Well, you played the first one. So there's certain things that you could toss out there. But, and you could be like, well, in this version, like, you can hit me up during a recording, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, here, let me trade you this because you want this Pokemon for your team. But the Pokemon you don't really, yeah. But I mean, but when it comes to Pokemon, you don't really need to, you know, if there was like a third game that went with Sword and Shield, that's the optimal one to play. But yeah, it's that day and age. Crash, for example. You played the shit out of her. Just, I don't know. But 3 is your favorite. So, even if you didn't want to do 1 or 2, or if you wanted to, you could literally talk about 3 as much as you want. But I mean, I'm trying to think of a big game, like something that's big, something that, you know, I am just tossing ideas out there. For example, like, one that I could think of, the Uncharted series. So, like, you can write notes about it and discuss, you know, the items. And so, why is there a car in the water? So there's somewhere in this big circle. Well, if I find one crate, still. I decided to be. I mean, I'd still like to find the third one just so that it's on there and easy to pick up. I'm assuming this is actually inside the building. I thought one would be in the pool. Or up top somewhere. For some reason my character does not want to jump over a bush, but okay. But I mean, there's people that do that. It's just a gameplay video, they don't talk. Talking and record. I mean, you could do that with normal games. You could record and then do commentary over it. So, I mean, you could talk about, like, so the first episode, I mean, there's games that I've done. I'm trying to think what they've been. I'm trying to think what I've trying to think what I've recorded that I don't talk much. I mean, the Life is Strange games, I barely talk. That's a stream. But there's been games that I've recorded that or streamed where I rarely talk, and it's like, sorry guys, I haven't been talking. I'm focusing on this. And I also try not to talk over cutscenes and shit. And that's why, like, Silent Hill's my main game, because I can constantly go on about the lore, the history, how I feel about this game. Like, literally, 90% of Silent Hill 4's recordings is me bitching and complaining on how much I hate that game. But what did I do? I played through the damn thing. I fucking beat it and got the best ending that you could possibly get. Am I ever gonna play it again for the other endings? Fuck no. Am I ever gonna sell it? Oh, hell no. And there's people that hate Silent Hill 5. There's people that hate Downpour and Homecoming. Homecoming's fun. And there's people that hate Origins. I enjoy Origins. There's people that love Shattered Memories. I fucking hate Shattered Memories, and I'll probably bitching and playing through that. Like, the concept of what they did for that is fucking brilliant. It's just, you're playing a Silent Hill game, you need fucking weapons. There's no weapons. So, depending on how you answer this questionnaire, so the creatures are called Rorschachs, and a Rorschach is those ink blots, and you say what you see. And the interesting thing is, the questionnaire will determine on how the game plays out. And there's one where you get, I think it's a total of 12 pictures or 16. They all can fit on one page. They all can be split in half. It can be 50-50. And they're all females. And you have a book. And the psychiatrist, because there's the psychiatrist parts, and that's what changes the Rorschachs depending on if they get more aggressive, if they stay the same, stuff like that. And the question is, place the ones that you think are dead in the dead, and place the ones that you think are sleeping in the sleeping. So they're all pictures of girls' faces with their eyes closed. And depending on how you separate them, so if all of them are in the dead, I'm assuming the Rorschachs become more aggressive. If you put them all in the life, the Rorschachs probably don't become more aggressive. And the way it works is it plays, it's a psychological horror game, and they went all out for this one, because you as a gamer can answer it any way you want. But when I'm gonna play it for my channel, which is like the last Silent Hill game I'm going to be doing, so 7 years in, I'm going to answer it truthfully. I'm going to answer the questionnaire truthfully, and what's great is you can color. There's this coloring segment, and when you color the house and the car, and you pull up to this house in the game, it's colored the way you colored it. So, like, I mean, I can't name everything, but it plays off your psyche, which is fucking brilliant. But me, who's played all the other Silent Hills, not having a weapon just doesn't feel right. This game actually came first, because this was released on the PS2. PS2, Wii, and I think Xbox and PSP. It was more prominent for the Wii because the fact that you shake the Joy-Cons to run, or whatever, the Wiimote to run, the nunchuck and the Wiimote, and that's why it was more prominent for the Wii than the other consoles. So, and there's one game that I mean, I'm not sure how big you're on the storytelling games, and it's interesting because it's I think Until Dawn's gonna fall in this series now. I have to find it because I have it under what it's. I don't have it under M. I believe it's under D. If it's not under D, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. And if I put it under M, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Did I seriously put it under M? That's N. Yeah, I did put it under N. Why am I not surprised? I'll fix it. There's, I mean, on the side it's technically D, but on the cover, I think that's why I put it under M. Man of Medan. Man of Medan. Medan. Oh, I don't know how you pronounce that. It's the first game of the Dark Pictures anthology. It's the first game from the Dark Pictures anthology. It's so there's network players of 2. You can actually all sit. You can all sit on a couch and have up to 5 players for this game. And I find it interesting because if you have 5 people sitting in a room, everyone's going to make their own decisions. So, I just find it interesting because you could. I find it interesting because it's the first game that's kind of like a Tall Tales game that plays off that has an online function, but it's also the first time I've seen a multiplayer version of it, and it interests me because it's one of those games where, oh, you want this ending, you want to get the goodest ending ever, but someone wants to see everyone die and suffer. Yes. No, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. It was bad. I lost my parachute. So, I don't know. I just think the concept, like, there's concepts for video games these days that are brilliant, and then there's ones that aren't. Is it bad that I own 4 bottles of Rudy's barbecue sauce? Yes. They're 32 ounces. No. But I bought rub to actually make jerky with, because I'm actually curious on how this is going to work. Do they even have a date on these? I'm assuming the sticker on the bottom is the expiration. Or the bottling date. Because it says 5/22/2012.
I need to reload.
Oh, no. I'm pretty sure the last bottles have an expiration on them. The rubs don't. Then it's either on the lid or the label. That's really weird. Yeah, so the sauce here says Best Buy 5/23/21. Best Buy 1/14/21. Best Buy 5/23/21. Best Buy 1/21/21. Well, it's called, so the regular Rudy's barbecue is spicy. And I also own sissy sauce. I don't know if you like barbecue, but the sis. Yeah. Unless. So it's sealed. I mean, yeah, I get that it's just seasoning, but seasoning still expires. It's not like I'm gonna keep it forever. Pretty sure there's a date on it somewhere. And I just don't see it. Whatever. Let's say it's gonna become jerky. Which, you won't be trying the Rudy's rub. You might get to try the turkey rub. The original has chili pepper. The turkey, like, it's meant for turkey, but you can still use it on, like, beef. It's just that they got rid of the chili pepper. Because it's salt, spices, garlic, onions, sugar, paprika, food starch, hydrogen, corn, protein, papain, and less than 2% soybean oil, and silicon dioxide to prevent caking. Where the original consists of salt, spices, garlic, chili pepper, sugar, paprika, onion, food starch. Technically everything, it's just that they took out the chili powder. How much did these hold again? 16, right? How many have we filled? 1, 2. Oh. So we've just been switching between the warehouses. Smart. So this is the one that we started with. I'm looking at it in 5 warehouses, 2 small, 2 medium, 1 large. I mean, yeah, I can understand game 5 larges, but I would say 1 large, 2 mediums, and 2 smalls. And I'm just saying that's my personal preference. If you want to get 5 larges or 5 mediums, be my guest. But if you're on by yourself and you want to just, you know, make a quick 200, it's worth having a small. Now, if you have friends that you can rely on, I did my fucking guess. I can go for the big money. But when it comes to friends, can you trust them not to screw you? I mean, okay. What's up, Socks? What's up? What you doing, Maba? Grooming. You guys can actually, if the mic is actually picking up that purring that you're hearing, that is Zuko, also aka Socks, which is my kitty cat. One of our 3 fur babies I have with my fiance. Yeah, her grandma named him Socks. We call him Zuko. I call him Socks. I only say Socks when he's in trouble. Or Zuko. I mainly call him Zuko though. Or I mainly call him Socks because that's the name I know him by. There's times I do. Azula, I do not know where she is. Maiba's our eldest. She was sick a little while back. Sorry you guys can't see them, but if you guys heard the purring from Suko over here, aka Socks, who was getting very comfortable on me. You wanna stay? There we go. You wanna fall asleep? You're getting comfortable. You're fine. Gentle. 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 It's gonna be 4 months this month. He was teething on my thumb. He bites a bit harder than Azula. I told him to be gentle, and he understands. They're all good cats. Just chewing on my fingers. Zuko decided to come up and get on my chest and purr, get comfortable. And he was biting hard on my finger, and I told him gentle. Gentle, and he understands it. He's a smart cat. All my cats are smart. Except Azula. Azula decides to act stupid when Mia's here. We changed their litter to wood pellets. So if you guys have cats, Treasure Supply Co. It's like this wood bedding. When they pee on it, it turns into sawdust. You get a shifter litter box or drill holes. My 2 and drill holes into one. It's safer for the cats. It's not the. Yeah, you have to scoop it, but the sawdust falls through the holes, and it's 40 pounds for $5. So, and because if they eat that clumping litter by accident, it's gonna kill them. So, normal litter, some cats will eat the litter because they don't know what it is. And because it clumps up, it blocks their innards. And eventually it'll kill them in the end. So Zula pretends that she doesn't know that the new litter box is her litter box. Or the new litter is... She's all, this isn't what I used to shit in. Baba and Zuko don't give no fucks. like, this is what I used to use in the restroom, so. Like, this box I use the restroom, so. They said it finally triggered, so I mean, as long as you can see it, I think that's all that matters. I'll still go down to trigger it for myself. So how many victims do we have? So either way, we're gonna have to chase one down. Should you go up to a higher point? I'll call my heavy sniper. Does have a suppressor. Don't know. Is there a picture on my phone of them? Okay. So the fat guy. You're saying it's the guy by himself up near the tree, right? Is the other one? Or is there planters somewhere else? The one up against the wall? Striped shirt? He's looking away now. Near the planter up front. I wonder, I feel like it's this dude in the jacket near the tree is the third one. At the top. At the tree planter, there's two females. Okay. Yeah, he's booking it. Well, time to kill two of them.
You're through to your garage. You, need me to bring you a ride? Alright, I'll get back to work.
I don't think they got too far. So I'm already there. I was like, I can meet you at the location with the chopper. You just wanted to do that. And if I could get to the chopper. Yeah, you might as well just pick me up. Or you can give me numbers. Zuko, where'd you go? Probably under a bed and asleep. Okay. Oh no, there he is. On his cardboard X. Sorry, I was taking a drink of my favorite drink. If you know what that is. Oh, hell yeah. What's the date on this? And it's funny too, because, like, I know there's a date on this VT, but I don't see it until it expires, and that's the problem. Also, when you use black with a T and it blends in, it's hard to tell. It's usually on the neck. Not this time. Man, I'm pretty sure it's good. It takes a while for this stuff to expire. That's way to find out. It doesn't smell bad yet, so we're good. Also, Mia and I are going to see The Princess Bride tomorrow at the Balloon Fiesta Drive-In. I do want to dip it in salsa, but I'm too lazy to grab the salsa. Does it give you one crate or does it give you a full three crates? Okay. Well, I know. I just wasn't sure if they actually give you the full 3. Like, if it didn't, it means you should be making more. If you're paying more for that crate. See, that's my only. That's what I hate. No, I think if you have special crates, you just sell them all together. As long as they're all specials. No, because I thought you could. I might be crazy. I don't remember, because I remember having 2 special crates, but I don't remember if I sold them together or separately. And I didn't record that episode. I don't know how many special crates you can have in total. I don't know how many exist. I also don't think they duplicate. It's kind of cool that we're getting yacht missions, but I feel like they should just give us dock. Yeah, way too late for yacht missions. At this point, they should have just gave us the dock. Or like pirate missions or something. But then they'll have to expand the map to make it useful. Or some type of boat missions. Or a cargo ship system. I don't know. I don't know. More heists, huh? Are we getting a whole new location? Is it going to be through the location we already have? Whatever took me out was not a shotgun. I thought about having a beer tonight, but I didn't feel like it. The good news is I am off next Saturday, or next Sunday and Monday. And it should be guaranteed to stay that way. Either one on Sunday, Mondays are off, or Mondays, Tuesdays off. The moment where you just keep on driving. Okay, sir. That accident was not caused by me. No, he killed himself. I don't know how I do this. I didn't even run into me that hard. You like... He's that person that... I don't need a bubble to stay alive. Boom! Oh, he's... You know what? That's what we need to do to stay alive during this pandemic. Everyone just needs to be in their own fucking bubble. Like Bubble Boy. And the bubble just needs an air filter. And everyone just has to live in a bubble for the rest of their lives. Oh, I know. Then you'll have the anti-bubbles. That's a lot of work to get rid of something that's so easy to do. There's one post I saw. And I think it was before masks became mandatory. I can't breathe is enough to let you not wear a mask in a store. But when it's a man that says I can't breathe when an officer is on his neck, is it enough to save his life? And they're doing it because people are like, oh, I can't breathe with a mask on, and it's like, well, it's like, why can't you just wear a mask? I mean, both of them are not connected in any way, but it's stupid. So my favorite argument is furries are stronger than most of the people in the U.S. right now. It's a picture of a furry and it says, you think wearing a mask is bad? Well, this just proves that furries are stronger than you. You know what juggalos or an ICP is, right? Did you hear about the ICP dad that his daughter's a furry and he made his own fursuit just so he could go to conventions with her? I don't know. I saw it and with bad reputation they have, I thought it was a nice thing to see. Not everyone's a bad person. It's only bad. It's just there's bad people that decide to do bad things. Like you or me. We do bad things. Well, we do it in video games. Where it is okay. I don't know. But that, yeah. I remember the subject now. That's cool. And I know we were talking about suicide at one point. Back to that subject real quick. Before a boss fight in Silent Hill Origins, why can't you just let me in the back of the fucking camper? There's a scene about his dad, and his dad hangs himself, and you see him hanging there on a news, technically lifeless, before the boss fight that is technically his father happens. And I even said, if anyone you know, family, friend, has ever committed suicide, I recommend you to not watch this video. And it's not because I'm trying to put a warning. I am trying to. I'm not saying like kids should not watch it or anything about that video. I was more trying to stop someone from remembering something they want to forget. And I think someone watched that and they're like, they didn't leave a comment, it was someone that watched it and they, I don't remember what happened. There was someone, alright, I told someone about it and they're like, why would you, like, do something like that? Remind people of their friends and family that committed suicide. Also, that's not the point. The point is that suicide happens in this game, and I am trying to prevent them from seeing. Like, it's a touchy fucking subject, especially if they know someone that did it. And I'm just trying to give them the fair warning that this is what you're walking into. I mean, I think it's bad. I mean, I don't know what's worse, rape or suicide. Because the lion figure is in Silent Hill 2 and it represents, no, abstract daddy, that's what it's called. And it represents, sexual intercourse on top of someone else. And the only person that also sees this thing is in Silent Hill 2 named Angela. And it's because her father either molested her or raped her. And it's one of those two things, I mean. It's a psychological horror game. There's things in that game, people, that some people are like, oh, I can't play this, that's hitting home, or people call me heartless. And how are you not fazed by that? I'm like, I'm not fazed by it because it's gonna happen to someone. I can't stop it. I mean, I could if I see it happening, but there's only so much I can do. But why should I worry about it when it's in a video game and not in the real world? Because that stuff happens every day. Uh-huh. Well, are you out there stopping it? No. What are you doing? Well, I'm at home watching TV. So don't call me heartless because you're not out there stopping it. If I see it happen, yeah, I'll stop it. Try to. But because I'm playing the game that brings up type of subject, doesn't mean I'm heartless. I mean, it's fictional characters. Why should I worry about it? I think you have one more crate that you can put in here. Wait, what? Oh, I was just talking about over here because I thought, oh, let me use the golden minigun some other time, but I think we can call it good for the night. Same.